Okay, I'm running a little early this morning, so I wanted to go ahead and get a video in. This is just a quick channel update. I've been busy the last almost month. Been out of town the last couple of weekends and just life, work, stuff like that. Um, but I've had a couple of really good experiences. I met and traded some notes with another YouTube guy here that's down past Mountain View to the that'd be to the east of me. His name's Snap On John 100. Really cool guy, very knowledgeable. He's been making YouTube videos for about 6 years now, and has actually gone up to the like the Pathfinder Gathering or something like that. So he's a really cool guy, and I've traded some notes with him. I'm going to try some stuff here. So what I want to cover this morning is that. One, I'm going to do an overnighter with a friend tonight, so I'm going to plan on having some videos on that, what I took, our camp setup, stuff like that, how it went the next morning. But what I really wanted to focus on right now, while I have the chance, is bow woods. I had a back and forth with a guy who had commented on, I think, Will Lord's channel, where he does like a caveman thing, and he makes a bow out of I think it was ash or something like that, using flint tools. And he actually lives in Arkansas, so he's just south of me. So what I wanted to kind of do is show some of my bow collection. This one is the walnut bow. You can see that it's got the really nice lines on it. And this is a 40-pound bow at 26 to 28 inches. You can see right there. Set that one aside. This is one that I have been playing with, and it is a maple bow. You can see that it's kind of got some character to it. This is the lower limb. Now, I just peeled the bark off. I made this on the trail. So this is where that lower layer or underlayer of bark has just dried and is chipping and will peel back. Because you can see it flexes a little bit more right here, which it's also a little thick right there. I'll compensate for that before this little kind of curve or wowie in the bow. But it's a nice bow, and it's about 45 pounds right now. And this is also the longest bow I have. It's actually up over just a hair over 5 foot. This is my hunting bow. This is my Musselwood hornbeam bow. And it is, I haven't written it on there, but this bow actually pushes 50 pounds at 24 inches. It's only a 48-inch bow, so it only has a 24-inch draw. This is the one that I have to choke up on my release. This is the beast. This is my hickory bow. You can see I've got the side nocks on it. Now, this one really surprised me because it is 60 pounds at 26 inches. When this thing finally finished curing, it actually increased almost 15 pounds. So it went from 45 pounds to 60 pounds. It's actually right on the dot. So this is the one that really surprised me as far as how powerful a self bow can be. Now, this one, which is not finished, you can see how flat that is. There's absolutely no string file on it yet. There probably will be. But this is also hickory. And I haven't put it on the scale yet because I just finished it yesterday. And this one, though, is it's 50 inches, so it has a 25-inch draw, but it's probably in the 45 to 50 pound range. I have not put it on the scale yet because I have to do just a little bit of finishing work on it, so that might that might affect the overall weight when everything's said and done. But still, a 50-inch bow, and this thing has an incredible amount of power. So I could take this out and go hunting with it. Now, this is a small number of the bows I've made. I've given quite a few away. Some of them are long bows, some of them are short bows. Like this little quickie hornbeam bow I made, it's like maybe 3.5 feet. But this little guy here, again, I didn't bother taking the bark off because it was just a trail bow. It flexed right there, and it just the bark started to, peel like chips off of it. But this is a 40-pound bow. It's a very short draw, but it's a 40-pound bow. But not all my bows are successes. I actually do keep some of my failures so that I can look back at them. Now, this is my last hickory bow's sister. And you can see, if I can get this lined up right, the curve in that. It curved on me, and I fought with this thing. I tried steam bending it, and it didn't want to, but I can still string this and pull it back. Now, if I were to fire it, my arrows would go everywhere, and it would destroy itself because it's got some bad spots in it. Right here below this, there's a knot right here. You can see it. Right below that knot, it didn't want to cooperate. But if I were to put this on the scale, I would not surprise if it surpassed 50 pounds. But again, it would destroy itself. So that's some of the bows that I've made, some of the woods that I've used here in kind of south central Missouri. I have used others, and you can make bows out of other kinds of wood. I haven't got my hands on any Osage orange or anything like that yet, because I'm trying to find stuff that I can find in the field. And a lot of this comes down to what you can find in abundance and practice with. Cut down in large quantities. The hornbeam is a little bit more of an exotic wood, and the only reason I've made so many hornbeam bows is because in the floods we had earlier this year, when I went down to the creek bottoms, a lot of them were bent over and broken and damaged. And hornbeam, American hornbeam, musclewood, whatever you want to call it, ironwood, when it gets broken, it's susceptible to fungus. So I went ahead and cut it and processed a bow out of it, and I even used some of it as firewood. But like that, I was harvesting broken staves and kind of helping clear some of that, spore fodder out of there. So anyways, I hope this is helpful. Not all my bows, for every 2 bows I have at least 1 failure, sometimes more. Sometimes I went through a bad patch for about a week and a half where I made I think I had 4 failures to 1 good bow. And it was just, you split the wood and it does something really weird. It looked like a perfect stave, and it did something. When I started carving it, it started to go all different, directions, and I couldn't fix it. So one tip I will throw in is, to my experience, hickory doesn't steam bend too well, at least to like if you wanted to put like a reflex in it, it'd probably take. But when I tried to straighten out a kink in the bow, where it went like that, and tried to straighten it, it just does weird things. It just doesn't seem to take. So you can't just steam it and then bend it over your knee and let it cool and call it good. You probably need to put it in a vise or something like that. So anyways, that's that. I'll see you guys later. Keep at your skills.